This month marks almost a year and a half since starting Faith and Feelings, and it's been such a wild, fun, and beautiful journey. I'm so grateful for this community. Thank you for listening and for inviting others to be a part of it. Because of this, the podcast reach continues to expand by tens of thousands of downloads and an actively growing community of listeners. And I just want to say thank you. So as we start a new series today, I just want to take a moment to reflect on where we've come from. To start off 2025, we walked through a series on self-awareness, or in other words, our relationship with ourselves. And what a rich and meaningful series this was. I learned so much. We heard from some amazing guests as we processed what it looks like to pay attention to and stay actively involved in our inner lives. We talked about how essential this is to spiritual growth because we can't be spiritually mature while remaining emotionally unaware. In this last series, we turned towards our relationship with God, and we asked questions like, what does it look like to move from conceptual knowledge about God into lived, personal encounter? To truly experience God's presence, hear His voice, and be transformed by His love. So now, in this next series, we're going to talk about our relationship with others. What does it look like to cultivate emotionally healthy relationships? Over and over again throughout the pages of Scripture, we see that the essence of true Christian spirituality is to love well. Love, not knowledge or gifts, is the only true measure of our spiritual maturity, and this requires that we experience deep connection with God, with ourselves, and with other people. Jesus always integrated the presence of God with the practice of loving people. In Matthew 22:37-40, he summarized the entire Bible for us in light of this. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. But here's the challenge. Loving God doesn't naturally translate into loving others. Commitment to a personal relationship with Jesus does not automatically equip us to love like Jesus. That requires intentional discipleship, and many of us were never taught how to do relationships in a way that's emotionally honest, mature, and deeply loving. We've often been discipled in knowledge, spiritual disciplines, and theology, but not how to navigate conflict, communicate with care, set healthy boundaries, or offer presence and empathy. Our discipleship has often skipped over the emotional and relational component of our lives. We all need practical skills on how to do relationships in the new family of Jesus. These skills must be experienced and practiced to take root in our lives. So in this new series, I'll be joined by my clinical supervisor, Carly Marculier, who is a licensed therapist, podcast host, and ministry leader. And together, we're going to walk through 8 core relational skills that are essential for cultivating emotionally healthy relationships. Over the course of 8 episodes, we're going to explore each skill and talk about why it matters and how to begin practicing it in everyday life. These are skills that we believe can transform the way you relate to those around you. So I hope you'll join us next week as we explore what it practically looks like to grow into people of love.